what we see today is, of course, we see an exploding growth of e-commerce around the world. And I mean, there's probably no doubt that that will take a very high share of the total retail market within a number of years. You know, if you take it from the outer side of a Tetra Recart, I think the Tetra Recart has a very good profile for e-commerce because it's logistically, you know, suitable, it's efficient through the distribution chain. And I think also today it's the view of looking at, you know, not only the logistic, also sustainability and other parameters when you look at these more modern ways of distributing food. And we have some, you know, good examples of that. For example, Amazon, as you know, have started now with food. And for example, Amazon has then, you know, chosen our packaging specifically when they initiated the, you know, this food, the food range that they're working with. So they have a range of soups. And of course, Amazon did a very thorough, you know, investigation is to see what package actually fits that channel. So we have that. If we look at other packaging, you know, we also have a very interesting example, which is HelloFresh, which you might know, where subscribers can get deliveries at home of basically a bag with the food they need. Then we have, of course, in our range, we have specific products that only goes through the e-channel. Yeah? Like, for example, here we have, you know, one of the biggest categories we have today in cans, which we actually can work with in Tetra Recart, is pet food, because it's a daily consumption by cats and dogs is big. And here's, for example, one German example. This only sold through e-commerce today, for example. You know, the view on packaging have changed dramatically over time. I mean, initially, the only thing was to be able to pack food in a way. And I mean, we see the can is 200 years old. And I think the can has fulfilled a very, you know, important, you know, demand and requirement from industry to be able to distribute shelf-stable food. But then, of course, over time, as things evolve, industry will look at packaging in a different way. And I think right now there's much, much higher pressure on, for example, sustainability. And we see that when we operate in Tetra Pak, you know, with the rest of Tetra Pak, with many of the big customers. If you operate with Nestlé or Coca-Cola or Pepsi, these ones, first on the agenda will be sustainability. And if you take sustainability for a package, like if you take this Amazon package again, I think, you know, the benefits that we have here is that we have a renewable package. It's all FSC certified, so we manage the forest is well managed where it comes from. And if you then take, which you need to do, you need to take the whole life cycle analysis on a package. You know, we come out much, much better. You know, if you look at the CO2 per kilo of products, you know, our index would be 20 versus a can on 100. So we are 5 times better than a can. Then, of course, we're still working on, you know, driving further recycling of cartons and so forth. So we still have work to do. But it's good to see when you take that holistic view on packaging, we're doing very well with this solution. But I think, as I said from the beginning, is that I think if you have a package that have the advantages in the areas that we described, then you have a good solution. So I think over time we will see more and more Tetra Recart through e-commerce channels.